Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to share with you 2 aha moments that I had while I was at the coffee shop this morning. The first one, don't let your own fear hold you back from taking new opportunities each day. I spent the majority of 2024 in my house. I was afraid of my own fear of judgment, so to say. After business really slowed down, I viewed my business and myself as a failure. With that being said, it felt as if someone took a permanent marker and wrote that on my forehead for the entire world to see. So in my ideology, I thought staying in the house, nobody would know, right? However, I didn't realize that this level of isolation was beneficial, but also not beneficial at the same time. I'm not ashamed of the solitude because I learned a lot about myself within that. However, my solitude quickly got uncomfortable. I craved outside connection, and I knew then that it was time to start fighting my fear. I needed to get out of the house more. The fear isn't gone by any means, and I still fight that daily. Hell, I almost passed up the coffee shop this morning. I almost ran out of the coffee shop this morning without my coffee at the same time, and I'm about to tell you why in just a second. But instead, I faced both moments of fear, and I'm able to bring you my second insight. Again, the first one is don't let your fear hold you back from new opportunities each day. If you resonated with the first part of this video, get yourself out of the house more. Set a goal. Me personally, I have a goal of 3 times a week getting out of the house on my own, right? Whether that's to the grocery store, whether that's to the library, whether that's to the bookstore, whether that's to a new store that I've never even been into. Maybe that's outside in nature. Right now where I live, it's pretty cold, so I'm ready for spring, but whatever that vice is to you, get yourself out and about. Get yourself around friends if you have friends that live around you. Reach out to new people, right? You have to take matters into your own hands when it comes to gaining and growing that outside connection. And it all starts with you taking that first initiative of getting out of the house. The second aha moment that I want to tell you about is actually the second fear moment that I just shared with you moments ago. While I was waiting for my order to be completed, another lady was sitting working on her laptop at the coffee shop, and she mumbled, "I cannot run my own business." And before I even expected it, I opened my mouth and said, "Sure you can, you have an idea, right?" And I tell you, in that moment, my soul left my body, because I am one to stick to myself. And just like I shared with you, I felt like a failure in my business for so long. And here I am opening my mouth to share more wisdom to another entrepreneur. Like, what was I thinking? However, she did respond with, "I do have an idea. However, it's a stupid idea." Once my order was done, I walked over and chatted with her for just a couple moments. And I gave her this piece of advice that I want to share with you, which leads to that second aha moment, something that I failed to do inside of my business. The piece of advice that I shared with her is every time that you feel like you are doubting yourself, you have to remind yourself what you've done to get into this moment. And here's what I'm saying. As a beginner entrepreneur, I felt so many times that I had nothing to show for in my business. I chose to only see the monetary aspect of my accomplishments, not all the work and non-monetary accomplishments that it took to get there as well. Every single piece matters. The brainstorming work that you do, the questions that you ask yourself, your coach, your mentors, your peers, the ideas that you spark, the content that you create, the investments that you make financially, the time that you spend, and the energy that you spend doing the things for your business. The conversations that you have with yourself, with others around you, the networking conversations, whether that's with other entrepreneurs, with other members inside of the communities that you're a part of, other members of inside of the coaching communities that you're a part of, whatever that looks like, right? all of those pieces count for the moment that you're in right now. All of those pieces are stepping stones to get you right where you're at. And for someone who built a multi-six-figure business and didn't look at those little accomplishments, who is now continuously battling, feeling like a failure because of that, I want to prevent that for any other entrepreneur that I can, especially if you're just starting your businesses. Build your businesses on a solid foundation of what you know you've done and what you know that you're capable of. When you acknowledge what you've done and what you're capable of doing, you build a solid foundation of self-worth, self-esteem, and self-discipline. So if you're sitting there right now wondering if you can run your business, start making the list of everything that you've done that you thought that you couldn't do when you started this journey. And keep that list handy for the moments of self-doubt. If you retrace your steps and still feel like you have nothing to show for your business, please feel free to join my community and reach out to me. Happy to help you find those hidden accomplishments together.